Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this, we're gonna go over each and every fight on the week 4 of DWCS Contender series. The first 3 weeks have been pretty good. This year, I mean, all the fights have been entertaining for the most part. I think there's only like one or two fights that have been boring this year so far. So this should be a fun card overall. Make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel. We're getting close to 3K subscribers soon. We're gonna work our way 3K soon. Appreciate you guys' support as always. And I was able to do tape study like 2 days ago. Then I watched the tape on the new fighter that's taking this fight on short notice, which is Dorian Ramos. Austin Bashi was supposed to be fighting Tommy McMillan. So Tommy McMillan had an injury, so he's not gonna be fighting on this card. And in steps in Dorian Ramos. So he's gonna be taking on Austin here on the next week on Tuesday. So should be a fun card overall. That's why I was waiting to do a breakdown. So I was like, when I was watching tape on this card, I was like, I found out that this fight was canceled because Dorian obviously had an injury. So I wasn't able to do my early predictions then. But then he's taking this fight now, so he's gonna be fighting on this card. So I was able to do some tape study on this guy yesterday. So overall, this should be a pretty fun card. I mean, we got Evil Cavalcanti taking on Seok. I'm gonna have a hard time saying that name, but it is what it is, you know. We also have Bill Currie, a guy for Cage Warriors fighter coming over to DWCS Contender series. He's gonna be taking on Djorden Santos. Yeah, we also got Shannon Clark. I mean, the LFA flyweight champion Shannon Clark. She's gonna be making her debut on DWCS Contender series this week. So we also got Quillan Salkilld versus Gage Young. And let's start with the first fight, guys. Make sure you guys like, subscribe. If you guys want to support the channel, you can become a member on the channel, and you get some live stream perks. You also get to see the bets that I'm placing for. I cover LFA. I cover like a lot of different promotions, not just the UFC. So you get a lot for being a member on the channel. Let's break down this fight. I mean, so Quillan is a grappling based fighter. He's got pretty good striking. I mean, striking is there just to set up that those takedowns, and they're both do pretty much the same thing. I would say Young has probably the better wrestling, whereas Quillan has the better like grappling control. And I got some notes. I'm probably gonna have to read some notes during this card. So because I don't like normally I do the tape study before I do the breakdown, so everything's fresh in my mind. But I'm gonna have to read some notes for this fight. So he's gonna like Quinlan actually throws some nice leg kicks out there. But yeah, he's a grappling based fighter, really good control. He'll like chain wrestle you. Like he's got good wrestling to go along with that BJJ game. And he's also gonna be landing ground and pound. He's not gonna just like hold you down, right? He's actually gonna be landing constant ground and pound the whole time. I mean, he's not gonna let you off the hook. He's not just gonna lay and pray out there, which is I like that for him, that he's actually trying to do damage the whole time. He's not trying to just hold you. Yeah, he's gonna land that ground and pound, trying to set up a submission, and he's got pretty good BJJ, so he's gonna have the better BJJ here, the better he's probably gonna the better pure grappler. And the striking is okay. I've seen him get dropped out there. He got dropped in that like a couple fights ago. They both dropped each other. Nico Flessos. They both dropped each other with left hook. It was I think we've seen something like that in the UFC recently. I think it was Sung Hu Choi versus Michael Trajano, maybe it was that fight in the UFC recently. We've seen the same thing happen recently in the UFC. But yeah, it was really crazy that they both dropped each other. Eventually, Nick, he didn't seem like too hurt. He just got kind of rocked. He got dropped, so he came back and still going back to the grappling, got the submission. Since then, I mean, he's been just like it's been just one way traffic. Most of these fights, he's been just going out there taking these guys down. She's got really nice timing on those takedowns, and the crazy thing is they both have a submission loss. I mean, that's the only like they both have one loss on the record, and they both have lost by submission out there. Quinlan seems pretty good. He's probably gonna be the more pure grappler, but Gage can also mix in takedowns out there, and he probably should just keep it on the feet. I think he's got like some nice boxing. I like his power on the feet. Um, Yeah, I like his power. I mean, he lost by submission. I think the UFC was trying to sign him before, so he said he wasn't ready back then, so he didn't go in Contender Series a couple fights ago. But yeah, the UFC's been keeping an eye on this guy. They've been trying to sign this guy for quite a long time. So striking is gonna be competitive, I think, and I'm gonna go with the dog here. I'm gonna take Young here. I think they both look pretty good out there. I mean, Quillan's look pretty good out there also. He's a 2-1 here, 2-1 favor. I think the line should be a little bit closer. Um, they both, I mean, he's been fighting out of Eternal MMA, which is based in Australia, and Young's been fighting in the States. So give me Young. I think Young can get this one done by. Does he get the KO? I think it'll be by decision. I think they're both pretty tough. If there's a finish, is probably more likely. If there's a finish on the ground, it's probably more likely to be Quillan with the submission. And if Gage can get on top of his, and he probably can land some ground and pound out there. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Gage Young here to win. He's plus 160 right now. I actually don't mind him as a dog. I think he's got a chance to pull this one off. They're both pretty young. I mean, they're both 24 years old. I mean, Quinlan's gonna be a little bit taller, lankier. Um, yeah, this is not gonna be easy for Gage, but I feel like he can pull this one off. Next fight on the card is gonna be Yuneisy Duben taking on Shannon Clark. This is a pretty easy matchup for Shannon Clark. Duben's she's 4-0. I mean, out there really fighting super low level competition out there. So he's only got one fight in the last 5 years. And that was a really weird fight. I mean, like her opponent's corner threw in her towel just because he's losing him. That's the only reason they threw in the towel. It wasn't like this girl Garcia was close to being finished or anything. She's just like getting pieced up on the feet in the corner, threw in her towel. So like her takedown defense looked a lot better, but who's she really fighting out there? She's been fighting. She's from Venezuela. I mean, but she's not really fighting the best level competition out there. This is Shannon Clark's fight too. I mean, she's gonna win this fight anywhere. She's durable. She's got phenomenal cardio, really good wrestling. She's a beast. I mean, like in the grappling, like this was really weird. If you guys watched that fight back, the striking was like, I mean, once he got that wrestling going, it was just like the fight was pretty much over from Lopez. Clark had her in a nasty like bulldog choke, and Lopez relieved herself. I mean, she pissed herself. It was the submission was that terrible. Like the referee should have stopped that fight. That was one of the craziest things I've seen. A fighter piss themselves when they're caught up in a pretty bad, nasty choke. And the referee, I don't know, they should have. I hope they fired the referee. I'm not sure they fired him, but they should probably just fire that referee because that was definitely one of the craziest things I've seen watching him. I've been watching him over 10 years now, and haven't seen stuff like that happen normally. Yeah, Steven out there beating Rep. I'm pretty high on Rep. Rep's pretty good fighter. I know she doesn't have the best record. Um, Rep, like I'm pretty high on Rep, but she's a good striker. I know she's 3-2, but she's a lot better than her record will make it seem like. And Clark was just able to bully her in the grappling and the clinch. I mean, it was a really boring fight. I mean, Clark can make a fight really boring, but at least he's finished a couple of these wins. I mean, she's got 4 out of 5 finishes, and I don't think she's gonna be the better striker here. I do think Duben's gonna have the better striking. I do like her boxing a bit more. She throws nice knees up the middle, nice leg kicks, body kicks. She's gonna be the better striker, but I don't think it's gonna be enough to get Shannon Clark to hesitate on those takedowns, hesitate on going to her bread and butter, grappling. I mean, which is grappling, wrestling, and she's got way better cardio. I mean, we haven't seen Duben. She's got all finishes. Normally, I mean, she's only gone third round. I mean, I guess it was back in 2019, but other than the amateurs, but that doesn't really care. It doesn't really count. Yeah, the level of competition is night and day. I mean, the girl she's out there fighting. I mean, don't even have a single win. It's pretty bad. This girl, like, yeah, it's the level of competition is gonna show up in here. Clark is gonna win this fight by finish. I think she's gonna get a submission here. Clark right now is minus 500. I think that line makes a lot of sense for Clark. C's a real prospect here. Even though she's 32 years old, I mean, she's right in her prime right now. She's gonna have the size advantage here. Clark's gonna win this fight anywhere it goes. Take Clark by submission, by finish. I don't think she's gonna take this girl the distance. I think she's gonna finish her. Next fight on the card, we got Austin Bashi taking on Dorian Ramos. Man, Dorian Ramos obviously taking this fight on short notice, but pretty big opportunity for him here against Austin Bashi. They both are pretty good grapplers. Let me see if I can pull up my notes here. So, yeah, they're both pretty good grapplers. Austin Bashi has really good grappling. I mean, like he's gonna shoot for a takedown right away, right as the fight starts. He's not gonna be waiting around trying to strike with you for a bit. This guy's gonna shoot takedowns early in the fight, and he's gonna stay on you with with the pressure, with the ground and pound, and until he gets a stoppage. I mean, they both have similar styles. Dorian, like he'll entertain the striking a bit, but he'll wrestle out there too. They're both gonna wrestle, and obviously Dorian's gonna have a size edgy here. He's gonna be 5'7", whereas Austin Bashi is only 5'3". That's pretty short for featherweight. Yeah, this fight is at featherweight. And yeah, the striking, I actually think the striking is pretty good. I've seen him land front kicks to the face before, so he's got some nice kicks up the middle. But his bread and butter is that grappling, obviously. Like even when he's having success on the feet, he's gonna go back to the wrestling, which I like. Like he's not just gonna go, oh, I'm doing pretty good on the feet. Let me just strike with this guy now. He'll like go back to his bread and butter wrestling, which is what I like to see. He's got pretty good fight IQ, and like he's also gonna set up a submission with some ground and pound. So he's always trying to finish you. Like that's the thing about this dude. He's got finishes. I mean, he finished everyone except one guy. That was like 4 fights ago. He's actually finishing these guys out there. Like his cardio is phenomenal. Yeah, his cardio is phenomenal. So yeah, obviously the grappling, right? He's gonna have success in the grappling. Dorian is a pretty good wrestler too, so he might whoever can implement their wrestling here is gonna win this fight. And also, what I like about Bashi is that he's been 5 rounds before. So he's had experience. He's had to go 5 rounds before. I think it was this fight. Yeah, this was this fight, Joe Panofil, where he win 5 rounds. Just constant wrestle for 5 rounds. This guy he can wrestle all day long. Dorian, he's probably fought the better competition out there. Like he's got a win over Isaac Thompson, who I'm pretty high on. And Isaac Thompson had a pretty terrible game plan out there. He was trying to like go for leg locks, go for submissions, and he's not really a grappler. He's a striker, and he was trying to go for leg locks and stuff. So that was a problem that Isaac Thompson made a mistake there, and Dorian out wrestled him. He got top position on him, landed some vicious ground and pound. He's actually got some nice ground and pound. Cardio is just okay also, and he's gonna have a size edge here. Also fought in Ultimate Warrior Challenge out of Mexico City, so he's fighting LFA. This guy's been fighting at a lights out. Not really a promotion that's not really been that familiar with that promotion, to be honest. But he's been fighting okay competition out there. This is definitely a tough one. Even though Ramos, you look on record, this guy's got 2 losses, but he's been fighting the better. He's fighting for UFC. I mean, LFA, UWC. He's gonna be a lot bigger out there. I am gonna go with Bashi because I think striking is gonna be good enough in the wrestling. Even if he gets taken down, which could be a possibility, but I think he's not gonna settle on bottom. So give me Austin Bashi to win. I'm gonna say Bashi gets it done by submission. I think he can lock in submission here. I'm not sure if we have odds for this one. I don't think we have odds for this one, right? Let me see. Maybe BetOnline has odds. I'm gonna check it right now. Yeah, they just Dorian's also taking this fight on short notice, like I said earlier. So that Currie he might not be prepared fully for this fight. And then Bashi's been out there preparing. Yeah, we don't have odds for this one. I'm sure Bashi's gonna be the favorite though. But maybe Ramos is a favorite, but I'll highly doubt that he's gonna be favored here to win this fight. Yeah, give me Bashi by submission. Next fight on the card, we got Currie taking on Djorden Santos. This should be a fun matchup. The Djorden Santos, I'm not really impressed with this dude. It looks like he's got some power, but hasn't really shown it out there. He's taken a lot of these guys a distance. I mean, fighting really close to really terrible level competition out there. And yeah, I watched tape on this guy. I'm not really impressed with this guy. Let me pull up the notes just so I can refresh everything in my mind. So the Djorden, the notes I have on him is that he's got a better record, and that's my first note on him. Really fighting really low level competition, hard to find tape on him. I could only find like one or two fights on him, and has not fought since 2022. So he's not really out there fighting. I don't know what he's been doing. I guess the UFC's. I think the UFC's actually bringing him in because they want to get a pretty good win for Will Currie. I think they're pretty high on Will Currie. He's fought in Cage Warriors for a pretty long time. I mean, he's got like so many fights in Cage Warriors. Even though like normally I'm not that high on these Cage Warrior guys that come on Contender series, but at least they're fighting good level of competition out there. He's fought Naglis, who's pretty good. Has a win over the current champion right now, Dario Balandi, who's a grappling based fighter, but is the middleweight champion right now, Cage Warriors right now. He's defended the belt recently, and I bet on him recently in that title, his first title defense. And he's only lost 2 losses, or out of 3 losses, are Christian Leroy Duncan, who's a really good striker who's fighting in the UFC middleweight division right now. Recently lost to RoboCop, who's an absolute beast. But yeah, it's not even a bad loss. And then he lost to Mick Stanton, who's a pretty good wrestler. Not really in his prime right now, but he kind of gassed out in that fight. The one thing I'll say about Will Currie is he's super dangerous early, and he can strike. I mean, he's got nasty ground and pound, and really good grappling. He's gonna be better than Djorden anywhere this fight goes. He's gonna have the better grappling, better ground and pound. Fought the better level competition out there, and just fought 5 months ago. He can get taken down though. He definitely can get taken down out there. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Will Currie by KO TKO. I think he's gonna get this one done. And yeah, he starts really fast early, so he's probably gonna get a first round submission or ground and pound. I think it'll be ground and pound first round. The cardio could be an issue if he goes past the first or round and a half. But even then, I don't think the Jordan's gonna like knock him out or anything. He's not even knocking out these bums that he's fighting recently, like these guys. Like this fight was really close. I mean, this fight, like I think it's this fight that was really close. This is a 5 round fight, I think. Now was it this one? Okay, I think it was just this fight maybe. No, yeah, it was just this fight recently, and I was watching that fight on YouTube, and it's like he's just like taking this guy down. I mean, like striking, he wasn't really looking comfortable out there on the feet. Yeah, I'm not high on him. Yeah, I don't think he's good. The guy is probably got some power if he can land a clean shot. He needs to get lucky, so I don't think he's gonna get lucky out there. I'm gonna say Will Currie gets it done by yeah I'm gonna say he gets it done by ground and pound TKO. Yeah, he made Lee and Alu just quit out there. Alu was having success early with some striking, but once he got that takedown and full mount, I mean it was pretty much over. Alu wasn't trying to fight on and second on. He's like he went into his corner. He's like, I don't want to fight anymore. The ground and pound is 2 wishes from this dude. He's only 25 years old. He's gonna be a lot bigger out there. Give me Will Currie by KO TKO first round. Minus 395. I think that makes a lot of sense. I would take the under 2.5 rounds. I think Currie as a parlay piece is not horrible at this line, even at minus 400. All right, guys, main event time now. You've got Igor Cavalcanti taking on Seok Kong. Bro, what are these names? I mean, these Asian names always fucking. It's like trying to solve a puzzle. Like it's like these names are so tough. Seok Kong. Okay, I'm not gonna get that name. The Incredible. We'll just call him the Incredible. Igor Cavalcanti. So he's been fighting in really low level organizations out there. I was only able to find tape on 2 of his fights. I mean, the guy is 26 years old, 5'11", with a 79.5 inch reach. So he's got a pretty big reach at this weight class at what is this, welterweight. I mean, this is actually at welterweight, so the guy's gonna have almost 80-inch reach at welterweight. Yeah, this guy does not waste any time. That's the first thing I wrote down when I watched tape on the. He's not wasting any time. He's not trying to see not even the second minute of the first round. I mean, he's trying to like put your lights out in the first minute. He's gonna rush forward. He's got a pretty good chin on him, but he's not really been fighting the best opposition out there. He's fighting really low level guys. I'm not even sure. I think he's been fighting taxi drivers, and I could probably say the same thing about this dude also. He's been fighting some. At least he's fighting guys with more experience out there. Igor is gonna be the more. He's gonna be the aggressor out there. He's gonna have the more power. He's gonna have the wrestling and the grappling to fall back on. He's also competed in grappling before. He's gonna have the BJJ. With he's got big power and can also grapple, nasty ground and pound. With solid BJJ, he can also submit you or knock your head out of the octagon. I mean, so like I'm excited for Igor. I think he's gonna be a good prospect. We're gonna find out if he's really legit because he hasn't really fought the best opposition out there, but at least now he's gonna be fighting like Seok, who's got some experience, who's been 5 rounds before. So who's competed in 5 rounds before. I mean, so and he's also gone the distance. I mean, this Hyun, Cavalcanti hasn't seen the second round ever. he's he's got all finishes in the first round. I mean, this guy never seen the second round. I mean, he hasn't seen the second minute in like since 2022. Since like 6 fights ago, hasn't seen the second minute of the first round. So the guy is clearly really dangerous and he's got big power. I am leaning towards Igor here, but what happens if you see him in the second round? Like, is he still gonna have that power? Hyun is gonna be the better striker range. I think he's got the better kickboxing. He's gonna have the better cardio. We seen him go past the first round, and we know what he looks like past the first round. But yeah, he's getting knocked out by guys that like I mean, getting knocked out by these dudes, man. Reasonable is not really the best sign. Getting knocked under a minute, I mean, that's never good. Even though he's fought the better opposition out there, but I think he's gonna be at a power disadvantage here. He's gonna get taken down. He's probably can land some kicks at range, but I just don't see Igor respecting his power. I think Igor is gonna be the aggressor. He's gonna be the one pressing action out there. He's gonna just walk him down, throw some big bombs, and he can probably clip and put him away. I am gonna take Igor by KO TKO in the first round. I think he's gonna get him out of there. He might be a grounded pound. He might just take him down. If he has trouble closing the distance on this dude, and Cole just throws kicks, a lot of leg kicks, body kicks, head kicks up there, because he throws pretty good head kicks out there. Haven't seen Igor throw a lot of kicks up there. He's mostly just he loves using his hands. I mean, like, so he's like mostly a boxing guy. I haven't really seen him throw a lot of kicks, but I'm sure he's working on that part of his game. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Brazilian here to get it done by first round KO TKO. I don't think this fight's gonna go over 1.5 rounds. I think this fight's you should parlay this fight not to go the distance. I think it's probably gonna be like minus 600, minus 500, but I think it's still worth it. Igor minus 810. Am I gonna parlay him? The only thing I'm worried about is if Cole avoids the power early, like can he like outstrike him? He's gonna be more busy. I think Cole is gonna be the more busy guy out there at range. But I see Igor just clipping him with something big and knocking him out, hurting him badly. I think Igor has a pretty good chin on him. So give me Igor by KO TKO. And that's my full card breakdown, guys. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below if you guys agree or disagree with my picks on this card. So my pick is Igor Cavalcanti by KO TKO, Will Currie by KO TKO, Austin Bashi by submission or like decision, and Shannon Clark by submission. And I'm going with Gage Young by decision. Maybe a submission. I don't know. Does he get a submission? He could probably get a KO TKO. That's just probably likely. So I think we're gonna see a lot of finishes on this card. It should be a fun card. Contender series has been really fun this year. So that's my full card breakdown. I'll see you guys in the next one. I'll be live for this card, so make sure you guys come hang out with me on Tuesday. I think it starts at 7, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it starts at I'm not sure when it starts. Probably 7 or 8. So I'll be live on Tuesday. I'll see you guys then. Take these guys later.